Miss Universe has been dubbed the cooking show. As in, the results were cooked. Now, if you thought you had seen bad pageants and you had seen fraud in pageants, think again. Miss Universe 2025 is here to give you a run for your money. Now, before I start all this, let me start off by saying to Miss Cote d'Ivoire, Olivia Yase, that you walked off that stage with a global crown and a love and respect for everyone who follows and loves pageantry. You won the people's hearts, and that's what matters the most. You see, it's not always about who wears the crown, but it's also about who the world chooses. And the world this year chose Miss Olivia Yase, Miss Cote d'Ivoire. Now, do I think Miss Mexico is undeserving of the crown? According to the allegations that are out right now, absolutely. According to the presentation that we saw throughout the show, absolutely. I have been watching Miss Universe since 2001. Since the year 2000 and 2001. So, in all this time, I think about 26 years of following Miss Universe, this is the first time I have seen public outrage about a winner. I have not seen the world over come together and say no, absolutely no, those results were cooked. But this time they did it. And let's dive into the chaos that was Miss Universe 2025. Now, all these things, Renan, they did not start like out of the blue. So let me break it down for you. It started with drama with this guy called Nawat. Now, Nawat was the one in charge of the pageant this year because his country was the one that was hosting. Follow. Now, because his country was the one he was hosting, Nawat puts out the schedule of events, and the Miss Universe organization comes out and says, no, some of these events we do not agree with, and we did not have a discussion about them. Firstly, the first thing they really disagreed on was the voting and the polling. And they told him that some of the channels he was using for polling were not official. And they refused to endorse them, and they threatened him with legal action if he continued to use the Miss Universe logos on those activities which were not approved. That is one. Then two, there was that entire drama of the dinner. You see, Nawat wanted the girls to compete for a dinner with him because he considers himself very important, an important businessman and very rich. And some of the girls refused to compete. Then they reported back, and then the Miss Universe organization got involved, and he was feeling extremely bitter about everything that was going down. And I think the other thing was about a makeup team, a glam squad that was sent for Miss Mexico, which was not communicated to him and he did not approve of. Then there was something else about sponsors. One of the sponsors was a casino, and yet in the hosting country they have a law against illegal gambling, and so they what called like police on them, and the sponsors were thrown out, and it was a whole thing. Now this all happened in a space of 2 days. 2 days like this. All this drama, 2 days. Then on the third day, keep up with me, on the third day, now what gets into it with this Miss Mexico? They got into it. It was bad. Let's just say Nawat does not know how to control himself and does not know how to communicate and does not know how to talk to women, because he was very aggressive when talking to Miss Mexico, and she was like, no, you will not talk to me like that. She stood up for herself and she walked out, and a couple of the other girls also walked out. Everyone was in shock, like he was screaming at her. He called security on her. The drama was a lot, and there was a lot of backlash, and backlash came from the Miss Universe organization, and they told him they limited his participation in the pageant and everything. Katemba. But if you think that is where the drama was supposed to end, did you think the drama ended there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That drama couldn't end there. You see, this year was a dramatic year. That drama was supposed to be, it was supposed to be devoured. So anyway, a few days to the close of the pageant, don't judges start resigning. The judges start resigning. First was a guy called Omar. Omar resigns. And then Claude Makelele. Claude Makelele, for those of you who follow football, you know him. He used to play for Chelsea. Claude Makelele also resigned as a judge of Miss Universe. And then another, Princess Camilla de Bourbon also resigned. They were all siding one. They were all saying that the results are cooked. They were saying the results are cooked. They said there was cheating and they cannot be a part of it. People out there have integrity. Now, this man Omar did not just stop there. You see, I'm burning. Omar said the results were rigged. He said, he told us, this is, remember, this before the party, he told us that there was a select committee that was set aside, and that select committee had already pre-selected 30 people to advance to top 30. Now remember that this is being done before the preliminary competitions. Do you understand what I'm saying? The prelims have not happened, and already 30 people have been selected to go to top 30. Like, what are you basing them on? What are you basing this on? And then Omar cited that the judges of this private committee who are selecting a top 30 had personal relationships with some of the contestants. For example, Miss Paraguay, the fiancé to Miss Paraguay, was a judge in that secret committee. And then, not only that, Omar tells us that Mexico is going to win, and he calls her, and I quote, a fake queen. You people, we have been devouring drama. He called her a fake queen and said that she was going to win. And he said that she was going to win because her father is in business with a gentleman called Raul Rocha. Now, let me cook for you. Raul Rocha is the president of Miss Universe organization, and allegedly he had made statements back in his home country that he would do everything to ensure that this year the crown goes back to Mexico. Now remember that his business partner's daughter is Miss Mexico. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, if you had thought that Omar had given up, let me tell you, Omar is the gift that keeps on giving. Because guess what? Omar has said that he's going to sue the Miss Universe pageant. Yes, he's going to sue the Miss Universe pageant for wasting people's time and for cooking results. Because let me tell you, let me actually check his personal statement. From his personal statement, he said that the mission that he was told by Raul Rocha and her father that Raul Rocha and the son, that it would be good for business. You see, and I'm quoting, he said, Raul Rocha and his son urged me a week ago in Dubai to vote for Fatima Bosch because they needed her to win, because it would be good for our business. That's what they told him, allegedly. Let me tell you. And he said he's going to sue, and also that he's working on a documentary with HBO,
about this entire scandal and scam of Miss Universe 2025. Now, if you thought that it was so bad, let me point you somewhere else. Do you know that this is the first year in the history of Miss Universe for there not to be an auditing firm to confirm the results? You see, it has been tradition for Ernst and Young to confirm the results with the judges. Like they confirm with each judge, did you vote so and so, did you vote so and so? And once they have confirmed that, then they tabulate the results, put them in an envelope, give them to the presenters. That was not there this year. This year, there was nothing like an independent firm verifying the results. Now, the biggest question is, did Fatima Bosch deserve to win the crown? The answer is no. In my humble opinion, Fatima Bosch should not have been anywhere near top 10. If she had performed so well, she could have stopped at top 30. Because top 10, no, absolutely not. And in top 5, she didn't match anyone's energy. She didn't compete with anyone. She didn't outcompete anyone. The rest of the four ladies were obviously, obviously better than her. I mean, Fatima had the weakest presentation of all the ladies. When you look at her swimwear, when you look at her evening gown competition, when you look at her catwalk, when you look at her presentation, when you look at her aura, her smile. You know, Miss Universe is supposed to be to smile and light up a room. Their eyes are supposed to be emotive because Miss Universe, in essence, is an ambassador, an inspiration to little girls around the world. Their jobs they do is really an ambassador role. So she had the weakest walk, she had the worst gown, she had the weakest answer, like all the other contestants had stronger answers than her. But most especially, Miss Cote d'Ivoire was supposed to win. And I've seen online polls, I have seen comments, and what the internet has agreed is that Cote d'Ivoire should have been Miss Universe, first runner up should have been Miss Philippines, and Miss Venezuela should have been second runner up. That was the top three as it was supposed to be. But guess what? Those results were in reverse order. They were given in reverse order. But let me take you back, because there was a time there was a time when I was doing my research on this, when I was really diving deep in this. I landed on a certain lady's page on TikTok, and she covered Fatima Bosch's win as Miss Mexico. Let me tell you, the cooking did not start here. The cooking started back home. Now let me tell you, first of all, it is alleged that she stole her home crown. The only difference between her and other contestants is that she's like deep Catholic and extremely religious, and that religious element bites into even the best of you. It makes you keep going, and it brought her some support from home. But allegedly, she entered the home pageant very late, and then she was given preferential treatment at that. And then to make it worse, that even when she was announced as the winner of Miss Mexico, the other contestants did not congratulate her. They did not congratulate her. Instead, they rallied around the first runner up because to them, they felt that that is who should have won. You get. And let me tell you, if you think it ends there, if you think it ends there, think again. Because you see, that drama, Miss Universe is like a bottomless pit. It is that gift that keeps on giving. It's like gonorrhea, or syphilis, or herpes. So anyway, Miss Palestine and Miss Ecuador have come out to give their very public opinions about the cheating. They are not happy about it. Miss France is not happy about the cheating, and actually, France as a country is reconsidering um, buying a license for next year. You know, the Miss Universe license is the most expensive in the world. It's $10,000. Every country has to pay $10,000 to buy a franchise and organize and participate in Miss Universe. So the French are saying no, they are not going to do it if this is how it's happening with all this cheating and everything. They are not doing that. Now, the drama doesn't even end there. Let me tell you. Well, countries are thinking of dropping their universe franchises. France actually is also planning on suing Miss Universe. That one I also want to put it out there. Allegedly, they are planning on suing Miss Universe over the cooking show. Now, one of the part owners of our Miss Universe, there is a lady called Anne Jakapong. Jakapong. So, this one, from the time she acquired a portion in Miss Universe, actually majority shareholder, it has been said that she has been the queen of cooking, and people are extremely angered at her. People are extremely mad at her, but also her government is now investigating her matters of, I think, fraud and money laundering. And what happens is they are also saying that she stole 6 million baht. She stole 6 million baht, and she fled to Mexico immediately after a pageant. She fled to Mexico, and it is alleged that it is with the help of Raul Rocha. Do you see how the crown was bought? And it is also said that she has already acquired Mexican citizenship, still with the help of her dear friend Raul Rocha. Allegedly. It is also become very clear because she has also deactivated all her social media accounts. And also, in a statement that has been released by Pageant Dispatches, and this is breaking news, there is information circulating that indicates that majority of the stake in Miss Universe has allegedly been moved to a foreign legal entity whose identity remains unknown. And even more concerning is the fact that there appears to be no official disclosure of this transaction to a stock exchange of Thailand, as it is quite required for publicly listed companies like JKN. Now, this lack of transparency has raised major questions among the public and foreign investors alike. Miss Universe still a Thai-owned asset, or has it already been passed into foreign hands? You get. So the Miss Universe drama has just begun. It has just begun. I want to close this video by saying, let's watch the space, but we just might be watching in real time the beginning of the end of Miss Universe. To all those affected, remember, it's not personal, it's fashion.